What's up, Royals? I'm Kai. Hope you're doing well. And today we have a clutch of clown eggs to cut. So let's just get straight to it. So this is going to be a neat little clutch. It is a orange dream clown and a bongo clown, so both males. And they were put with a Firefly het clown female. So we have a lot of different codoms, 4 different codoms here. And if you count both males, then that would be 5 different codoms. So we could get a dual sire clutch. But that's like not likely, but it's not impossible either. So we already have 2 that pipped. This morning I saw that one pip, and now after work I'm seeing a second one pip. So that is a clown head for sure. That is a het clown head for sure. I don't know if there's anything else going on that looks like just a clown, but we will certainly find out soon enough. So we're going to start with the ones that did pip, since they already got a start. Oh, look at this one. This one like went crazy with this cuts. Someone's in a bit of a hurry to come out. So we'll go ahead and let this one out, and it is a what is it? Definitely pastel. Could just be single gene pastel. I've hatched some really clean pastels this season, and of course I've hatched some dirty pastels in the past season. The het influence, the het clown does have an influence, so this could be just a het clown influence making it prettier and brighter. It doesn't look to be orange dream. It doesn't look to be fire. Could be bongo. This is the first season I'm working with bongo, so I'll need to wait until this one comes out, and I'll give you guys an update whether or not it's bongo or not, or just pastel. All right, let's open this one up. This for sure clown. I'm really hoping for just some cool combos. I don't really care which male sired the clutch. I just want to see cool stuff. So far, I mean, hey, who doesn't like a clown? But this so far looks like a clown. Just a straight up clown, nothing more. No fire, no pastel, no bongo, no orange dream. That's it. Looks like to be a straight up clown. Alright, so we have a total of 6 eggs. We are on number 3. Now you see a little bit of veins in here. That's alright, don't get alarmed. It doesn't hurt the animal at all. They are ready to come out, so they don't need these veins. But that is definitely a clown. Let me see the head. It looks to be a pastel fire. Come on, let me see the head. Yeah, it looks to be... I'm just trying to get a gauge on the head. It's really hard to see. Don't want to mess with it too much. So for right now, I will say Firefly. Firefly clown. Firefly clown. Looks a little bit cleaner than a Firefly clown. Maybe he's got one other gene in it. Doesn't look to be bongo. I would imagine bongo would make this messier. Busier, sorry, not messier. But this little thing right here at the back of the head is throwing me off, because I know bongo a lot of times have this little mark pattern coloration in the back of the head. So, and it could just be it's still a hatchling, so maybe when it sheds out that might even go away, so we don't know. But definitely a Firefly for sure. Firefly clown, and it could have one other gene or more. Wishful thinking. Egg number 4. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about this clutch. I think it's the 2nd or the 3rd clown clutch, and I don't have many clown clutches coming. Ooh, okay, this is a I was gonna say this is the Firefly, so that definitely has an extra gene. But maybe this is the Firefly bongo, and the other one is the Firefly orange dream. I'm still not sure which male sired the clutch, to be honest. I don't see evidence of, like, hard evidence of Bongo, and I'm not seeing hard evidence of Orange Dream either. So far, it looks like definitively the female passed down her codoms, which is expected because these eggs came out of her body for sure. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I know I spend so much time looking into the eggs, but really I should just wait until they all come out and then we'll get a better view of them. Wow. There's a lot of pastel in here. Or maybe it could be fire in this clutch. Seems like there's a lot of pastel in this clutch. So far, 4 out of the 5 eggs we cut open appear to have pastel. I really wish I could see the head. This one definitely looks like a Firefly. So the other 2 are definitely something else. I mean, this one is definitely something else. It's so clean. The pattern is so clean. This one actually looks kind of like this one, just a slightly different tone. This one down here, I'm sorry, it's at the bottom of the screen. You guys can't see it. Let me slide this up a little bit. This one seems to be a little bit more on the darker, deeper yellow, and this one seems to be a brighter yellow. So that could be maybe just a pastel Bongo, and this one could be the Firefly, because fire and pastel both brighten it. Bongo doesn't brighten it as much. It does change the color, but it doesn't brighten it as much. At least that's what I've seen so far. But don't quote me on that because I only have 1 Bongo in my entire collection. Last egg, guys. Let's end it on a good note. This looks like a het. No, it is another clown. So we did awesome with the clown odds. We only got 1 het and 5 visuals, which is about darn time because in the previous seasons I've been getting more hets and less visuals, more males and less females. So hopefully this clutch kind of evened things out a little bit with at least we know that it evened things out with the visuals. Let's hope that we have some, not some, but let's hope that we are female heavy on this one. So I'm going to put these back in the incubator. We'll let them crawl out and then I'll show you them again and we'll sex them. But before we get to that, maybe you guys can pause the video, comment down below what you think the sex ratio will be. 1.5, 2.4. The first number indicates the number of males and then a point, and then the second number indicates the number of females. So go ahead and comment down below and I'll be right back after they all shed out. So before I give you an update on that clown clutch, I thought this would be a good opportunity to talk a little bit about this Sunset Candino clutch that I produced a couple weeks ago. And this was at a request by a few members, one of them being Jeremy from Warful's Morphs. So, you know, initially I was a little bit bummed that I did not get any cinnamons in this clutch. And by the way, the sire is a Sunset and the dame is a Cinnamon Candino. So Cinnamon Candino is cinnamon, het candy, het albino. And so all of these we know are 100% het for Sunset, but we don't know if these are het for albino or het for candy. They can only be het for one or the other, not both, because the mom is a Candino. And if you're not familiar with the Candino, like I said, it's a allelic reaction between the het candy and the het albino. So the mom can only pass down one or the other to her offsprings, never both. So these, like I said, are either going to be het candy or het albino, but never both. And we know for a fact that these are Sunset, like I said. I picked this guy to show you because he has, actually both males have very interesting little nose. They actually have these spots right there. You can see one on each side. You can actually see it from the top view. So there's one on each side. This one has the most prominent spots. It's funny because both males have it. But yeah, like this project, initially I was a little bit bummed because I didn't hit the cinnamon. But seeing the lavender sunset and also seeing the ultramel sunset kind of got me excited about this project again. And the reason is because in my opinion, the Candino by itself has a very similar color palette to the lavender. And we know what the lavender sunset looks like. So I would theorize that the Candino sunset looks very similar to a lavender sunset. We also know what the ultramel sunset looks like. Very, very beautiful. It's a deeper tone than the lavender sunset. The ultramel sunset is a little bit deeper, a little bit darker, very rich in color, also extremely beautiful. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that the pure candy looks like an ultramel. That's just not the case. I know the ultramel by itself is a much deeper, much more intense, richer color, and the candy is more creamier color. But knowing that, I can theorize that the candy sunset should be somewhere in between what a ultramel sunset and a lavender sunset looks like. So I'm very excited about that. And knowing that, I keep saying I know these things, it's more like I've just come to the realization that this clutch has a really good chance of producing beautiful double recessives. Double recessives being sunset candy or sunset candino. And when I say a really good chance, I mean a really, really good chance, and I'll show you what I mean. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, I'm trying to hit a T positive plus sunsets. So something like the lavender sunset or the ultramel sunset. And it's just preference. If you like an albino sunset, then this what I'm about to show you doesn't really matter. But my preference is to get either a Candino sunset or a candy sunset. So I'm going to show you the chances of just randomly picking a pair out of this clutch. And when I say pair, I mean a male and a female. We have 2 males, 3 females out of this clutch, right? So if we just randomly picked 1 male and 1 female, we have 4 possible outcomes. We can get a albino male and het albino male and a het albino female, or we can get a het albino male and a het candy female, or we can get a het candy male and a het albino female, and lastly we can get het candy male, het candy female. Now this is not a Punnett square, okay? What I'm excited about is these 3 outcomes, because this is going to produce, with this pair, I could produce a Candino sunset. Same thing here. I can produce a Candino sunset, and then with this pair, I can produce a candy sunset. So knowing what a lavender sunset looks like, and knowing what a ultramel sunset looks like, I can rationalize that the outcome from this pair, this pair, this pair, are going to fall somewhere within the realm of those lavender sunset, ultramel sunsets. So if we look at this, because there's 4 possible outcomes, each of these outcomes represents 25%. So this is the one that I'm trying to miss. You know, I wouldn't be upset if I hit an albino sunset, but my preference is these 3 outcomes, right? So this is what I'm trying to miss, which is 25%, which is a very low number. But over here, these 3 are what I'm after, and these 3 outcomes represent 75%, which is a really, really good percentage, right? It's a high percentage. So I have a really, really good chance, we could say 75% chance, that I will be able to hit the sunset plus the Candino or candy. So sunset Candino, sunset candy. And I'm really excited about that now that I've come to the realization that I have a really good 75% chance of doing that. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. That's why I'm excited about this now. And I'm done talking about this. I'm going to return you back to your regular program and give you guys an update on that clown clutch. Now for a clutch update. And we're going to start off with this little boy right here. This is a Firefly het clown. And it is a boy. I did see the hemipines on this one. There it is. So it's a little boy. And we got pretty lucky with the number of clowns, but we got stiffed on the number of females. Over here we have a clown. So when it was in the egg, I just called it a clown. The head stamp, I think I saw in the egg, looks to be somewhere in the middle between a regular clown and an OD clown. But the pattern on the body, this looks very like an OD clown. However, I would imagine there should be a little bit more orange, even though I know Orange Dream is very subtle in the clown. But we'll have to wait for this to shed out, and hopefully it'll turn to be brighter, more orange, because the pattern itself looks very much like the dad, which is an Orange Dream clown. I'll give you another look at the head. I was hoping that the head was more blushed, different pattern where it was all connected instead of being like this Mickey Mouse pattern. If that was all connected, I would have been like, oh, that's definitely OD. But yeah, so we'll see how this one translates once it's shed out. And this is another boy. All right, the next two are very similar looking. I believe they are similar, although their pattern is a little bit different on the body, but the head is very much the same. So you can see their head pattern is very much the same. This one seems to have a darker dorsal, more tighter, and this is the boy. And this one over here is the girl. You can see her dorsal seems to be a little bit more opened. I'm guessing that they are just variations of pastel Orange Dream clown, because the next two I want to show you are even brighter and have more blushings, and yeah, you'll get to see them in just a minute. So we got the female and we got the male. All right, again, we have the female on this side. That's the female, and this is the male. And I gotta say, it's really hard to tell what they are. You can clearly see that the female has more blushing. Head stamp looks very similar to each other, very similar. But I imagine that these would be, look at this one, hardly any pattern at all. So maybe this could be the Firefly. That's pastel fire clown. And then this one maybe is all three Kodoms fire pastel Orange Dream clown. Because look how clean this one is. Super clean. This one looks very similar to a Firefly clown that I have, where it has a lot of the blushings open and a lot of these like sprinkles of dots everywhere. But like I said, the Orange Dream seems to thicken the outline of the blacks around the dorsal, and the dad, like I said earlier, is very clean. Yeah, it's really hard to tell with pastel. That's one of the issues I had with pastel, is that it kind of just like masks whatever the snake has and makes it difficult to identify. I don't have an issue with how beautiful pastel makes the snake, but it definitely makes it hard to identify. And this is a beautiful snake. Look at the color, look how clean this one is. So I do think that this is the three banger plus the clown. Three Kodoms and a clown. That's the boy. And this, I believe, even though very pretty, and I think that's partly due to, or mostly due to, the fire. So fire cleans things up a lot, and of course the pastel as well. So really nice. So we got two females out of this entire clutch, and luckily both females are beautiful and visual and packed with a few codoms. But yeah, the males are packed with codoms too, and it just happened that we got male heavy on this clutch. I just love how bright all these animals turned out. I particularly like Orange Dream and Fire together, and having that on top of a clown just makes it sweeter. Now, next week, I have a really good chance at producing some Xanthic Pieds, so make sure you guys stick around for that. That about wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel and you want to be informed of future uploads, make sure you're subscribed and ring that notification bell. As always, thanks for watching. Please share, and remember, Royals for life. Peace out.